Hi, I'm Esperanza Torrijos, and my persuasive presentation is going to be about how the media influences eating disorders. To start off, I wanted to talk about what are eating disorders in general. So there's many types. There's anorexia nervosa, there's bulimia, there's binge eating, and basically what it is having an unhealthy relationship with food. An eating disorder can affect anybody, no matter their age, anything. It affects everyone. In this slide, I want to talk about social media in the 21st century. So it's really rare to see somebody who doesn't have a phone, because right now everyone has a phone and you can do so many things online. You can go to school online, you can have an online job, and phones right now are a major part of our communication. I wanted to include a video to show that an eating disorder can affect anybody. So this is Taylor Swift, and she's talking about how she had an eating disorder because of how the media portrayed her and how she depended so much on social media.
Because I have a tendency, and it's only happened a few times and I'm not in any way proud of it, but I tend to get triggered by something, whether it's a picture of me where I feel like I looked like my tummy was too big, or like someone said that I looked pregnant or something, and that'll just trigger me to just starve a little bit, just stop eating.
Now this slide is about the cons of social media, and there was an article that I read that helped me with this slide, and it was Moessner, and their article was titled "Analyzing Big Data in Social Media." Now some of these cons can be pretty damaging. So you can become addicted to your phone. Instead of studying, you are constantly looking at your phone. You become distracted by it, like I said. You also start letting your phone control your life. You're just on Instagram, you're always tweeting, you're always Snapchatting. You don't feel comfortable without your phone. And you start losing interest in other things. And you start thinking that everything you see on your phone is true, like how you're supposed to look, how you're supposed to act, and that starts affecting you mentally really bad. There's three major ways that social media affects eating disorders, and the first one is body dissatisfaction. So you're on Instagram, you see somebody and you're like, wow, I would really want to look like them, and you start questioning how you look, and you're like, why don't I look like them? What can I do to look like them? So you start following these unhealthy diets that in the long run can actually hurt you, and they're not like from a professional standpoint, they're from somebody else's that doesn't know how your health is supposed to work. So that can be really damaging to your health. The next one is body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is you start viewing your body, you start seeing things in your body that aren't true. So you start saying, oh, I look fat after eating a meal, but what you are seeing isn't really there. It's just like in your brain. Because they become so dependent on their phone and how other people look, they start seeing themselves that way. The third one is anxiety. You start seeing how different models on different social media platforms eat. So sometimes they just might have like an apple for breakfast. You're like, wow, maybe I should start trying that. But that's not always healthy, just having something like that as a meal. And you constantly start thinking about how you should change and how you should look like to feel accepted in society. And you start becoming anxious over food. You're like, maybe I should skip this meal, maybe I should exercise instead of eat. And that's when your mental health starts going downhill. There's this book I read by Janie Schaefer that's called Life Without Ed. In this book, Janie is the author of the book, and she talks about how she developed an eating disorder and how she recovered from it. But one of the main factors she talks about is how the media really portrayed her into thinking that the way she looks is not perfect, that she should look perfect. and that she should be really skinny and you should develop these really bad eating habits so people can like you. That's just a really unhealthy mindset to think about, and it really affects anybody no matter what their gender is. And social media should start restricting some of these people to post really unhealthy things like this so the eating disorders can like level down. And to include some visuals that also make other people feel unsatisfied with their bodies. So the first one is an advertisement from a gym that says, "This is no shape for a girl." First of all, it's talking about how it's only aiming it at girls. Second of all, it's saying that you should look really skinny. The other one is from Times magazine, where it's giving you unhealthy tips on how to be skinny. The third one is "You can never be too thin." This overall, I don't have to explain it, but the way they explained it basically is that you should lose weight because you don't look good, and it's an advertisement for pretzels. The other one is, I think this is from a Pro Anna article that basically promotes eating disorders and that you should be skinny. It talks about nothing tastes as good as being skinny. It's romanticizing eating disorders, saying that yes, you should have one because in this way nobody will like you. From these examples, you can see how sometimes the media portrays eating disorders as only girls having them, when in reality boys have them as well. And it's just promoted everywhere. Everywhere you look, like advertisements are trying to make money off the other people because they know that everyone wants to be skinny, and once they brainwash these people, they're just only getting your money. So the media starts encouraging people to lose weight and that you won't be liked if you're skinny or if you don't have a thigh gap. And that just hurts people's mental health, and the media should start considering this, but they probably won't because they make money off of advertising things like this. But it just goes to show that the media really does encourage eating disorders and affects them negatively. Thank you for watching my presentation, and my last slide are my references that helped me complete this project.